In this video I want to try to make a couple of perfect squares out of a very old leftover piece of 2x4. So I will start by clamping the old piece of 2x4 on the workmate like this, and then I will cut off a sliver of wood on both sides to really expose the nicety of the wood. I did it in freehand a little bit. I think the sliver is slightly thinner on this side than on this side, so I'm gonna try it a second time. So this side came out slightly nicer, so I'm gonna use this side instead. So next up I'll measure the thickness of the wood to the best of my abilities. And yeah, you can see it's a standard size. It is just shy of 4 centimeters. It's 3.9 centimeters. So that will be the marking that I will make along the side of the wood. Then I will draw a straight line using the carpenter square. Next up I will double check the length, so it has to be about 3.9. I'm gonna clamp it again and cut along this line. So next up I'll mark a couple of 3.9s along this length as well. So next one would be 7.8. Yeah, and the goal here is just to see whether this is even possible using basic power tools. And you know, I know this requires a lot of precision, and so I'm gonna do my best to get it to work using what I have. Alright, so I'm gonna draw some straight lines again using the carpenter square. Alright, these cuts I will make using the jigsaw. I'll continue cutting off the rest of the sliver here. Okay, because now I can use the carpenter square as a guide. Now it will definitely need some sanding, so that's the next order of business. This took me 30 minutes, and it was mostly out of curiosity that I was like, well, is it possible to make something like this? And I just like the idea of being able to make something like this. But you know, it makes no monetary sense, because the other day in the store I bought a box with 100 blocks, and were painted and they were cut to perfection. So in that regard it makes no sense, but I just like to know what is possible. Can I do this using my current skill set and my current tool set? And well, I thought maybe a little bit, but yeah, looking at it you can see it's not perfect. It's I think it would be good enough for a kid to play with, for sure, but yeah, they're not perfectly square, and that was the objective here. But I do think it's possible using basic power tools, but then I will need a guide for both the circle saw and for the jigsaw. And I think if I build a mobile workbench, then it will be easier to make a guide like that as well. So yeah, I think that's my big takeaway and my big insight of today. That you know, this requires more, and it requires more of precision as well. So I will need to use like a proper pencil with like a really thin head. I will need to sand or plane the wood before cutting, and I will need to use something else for the measurement, because the measuring tape, it's a bit on the rough side. So if I can improve on those things, then I'm in pretty good shape. But on the other hand, this would be good enough. I mean, I can stack it, and so will my kids. So yeah, that objective I could reach. But so today was curiosity. So let me know in the comments below what you think is needed to make a perfect square, because this one definitely ain't perfect. And in a future video, wood square 2.0 or wood square 3.0, I'm sure it's gonna come out way better. That's it. That's the video. Nice, nice, nice. Can I stack them too? Let's see. Whoa. Again, a perfect stack. So here, I can make a bridge.